At dawn, on the longest day of the year, the light does not simply rise, it surges. For a narrow aperture cut into the stone centuries ago. And when the sun reaches its northern extreme, the beam enters. It slips through the upper chamber, descends along the inner walls, and lands precisely where it was always meant to. For a moment, the building activates, not as a simple decoration, but as cosmic calibration. This structure draws inspiration from El Caracol, the Observatory at Chichén Itzá. But this is not a literal reconstruction of it, it's an interpretive build. An imagined complex that preserved the astronomical logic of Maya observational systems while expanding it into a ceremonial landscape of its own. Because the purpose was never simply to watch the skies, it was to master time. On the summer solstice, the sun reaches its northern limit. The day stretches to its maximum length. Agricultural cycles hinge on this threshold, and architecture becomes an instrument. The tower above is positioned so that, on this specific morning, the sunlight aligns with its opening. The descent of the light is predictable, repeatable, and verifiable. It's at this point that stone becomes proof that the heavens follow a pattern, and once a pattern can be predicted, it can also be institutionalized. Six months later, on the opposite extreme, it's the longest night of the year. The moon now takes the role of the sun. Through the upper windows, its path aligns with the circular chamber. Not by accident, but by design. Where the summer solstice marks abundance and growth, the winter solstice marks endurance and survival. The tower frames both, day and night, expansion and contraction, cycle and return. This is not symbolic architecture, but rather astronomical engineering. In societies dependent on seasonal rainfall and corn-based agriculture, predicting the solstice was not only a philosophical curiosity or activity. It was a survival method. If you plant too early, the crops may fail you. If you plant too late, the rains may betray you. To measure the solstice was to measure the risk. And the individuals capable of doing so occupied a unique position. They didn't have to claim their power through force, but rather through accuracy. When the light enters on the expected day, authority is reinforced. And when the moon aligns exactly where predicted, the calendar is confirmed. Then, timekeeping becomes governance. But the Maya world was never only horizontal. It was vertical. Above, there was the outer sky, and below, the sacred depths. Just beyond the main axis, the ground fractures. There's a cenote. It does not align with the stair, and it doesn't obey the symmetry of the complex. It rather resists it. Where the tower frames the heavens, the cenote opens into shadow. Light might descend into a chamber during the solstice, but in here, light is swallowed. The pillar within the depths does not instruct, it merely witnesses time. And the broken path toward the rim doesn't invite, it hesitates. This is not a place of measurement, but rather a place of encounter. If the tower transforms the sky into a calendar, the cenote preserves the mystery beneath it. While one announces time, the other reminds you that time does not belong to anyone. What makes complexes like El Caracol remarkable is not that they observe the heavens. It is that they synchronize society to them. Through keeping time, festivals can be timed, planting can be organized, and rituals can be aligned. Authority becomes embedded not in spectacle, but in precision. And the building does not demand belief, it demonstrates consistency. And consistency becomes legitimacy. Twice each year, the sky confirms the structure. Twice each year, light and shadow validate its design. Stone holds its position, while the heavens move. And between them, a civilization anchors itself to time. This is not a temple alone. It's a calendar carved into a landscape. A machine for synchronizing human life with cosmic rhythm. And in doing so, it transforms astronomy into order. The observatory stands as a testament to the moment we stop simply reacting to the world and began predicting. Through limestone and logic, the Maya turned the infinite sky into a manageable tool. They didn't just inhabit the rainforest, they measured it. They didn't just watch the sun, they captured it.